We are hours away from the second presidential debate, and there will be more fuel for the political fire tonight. The latest poll shows Clinton edging Trump by 2 points 1 month before the election. That was before Donald Trump's apology for lewd comments he made about comments in the past. And on Friday, WikiLeaks released new emails from Hillary Clinton that contain potentially damaging excerpts from her Wall Street speeches. So what's the strategy for each candidate going into tonight? That's our topic this half hour. We want to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page. You can also weigh in on Twitter. Just send me a tweet at Sally Mack, Fox 26. Joining us live in the newsroom is our panel led by our senior legal analyst, Chris Tritico, our Democratic media consultant, Mustafa Tamiz, and Republican strategist and public policy analyst, Jackie Bally. All right, what does Trump need to do to right this ship?
Well, last week's polls mean nothing now. I mean, those you might as well forget them, throw them in the trash. We're going to have to wait and see what this week's polls show after the what I've called the Trump nuclear bomb. And I bet WikiLeaks wishes they hadn't done that hour-long commercial a week ago and released the emails about Hillary Clinton that they were holding, obviously holding, and waiting to release this week, because Trump's nuclear bomb completely overshadowed this Hillary Clinton release, which is really important stuff.
Well, frankly, I think all polls are not relevant right now, because every day or every other day there's some kind of explosion from either campaign. We haven't touched on this yet, but Bill Clinton slamming Obamacare and saying it's the worst thing ever. And then
we can't get to it.
You know, right. So every day there's something coming left or right. So I don't think polls are going to be very accurate right now. I think Donald Trump, what he has to have a very strong showing tonight. I think he should apologize once again and then try to be very strong on on the immigration and strong borders. You notice Hillary Clinton has not said anything about Donald Trump's comments. I suspect part of that is because she doesn't want the attack coming towards her husband, and I think also she knows millions of people are going to be watching tonight, and that will be the first time she does address it.
Well, she did come out immediately and say, this is horrific. We can't let this man be president.
Correct.
She did say that.
Correct. She made that one initial comment, but several people and several reporters have been trying to find her, and she's been in hiding, prepping for tonight's forum, and I suspect she will be much more, she will have a much longer statement concerning his statement.
I don't think and I really didn't want to spend this topic talking about Donald Trump again, but I really don't think she cares if Donald Trump attacks Bill Clinton. Last time they did that, she rose in the polls.
Yeah. If somebody's imploding, you just walk away and let them implode on their own, and that's what he's doing.
I'm talking about this release about Hillary Clinton. I mean, in these speeches that are now released, she says, I'm out of touch with the middle class. How does she recover from this?
Well, look, I think it was part of a longer speech, and so people are focusing on 2 lines on a speech that was probably an hour and 10 minutes. So, and if it wasn't for the Trump stuff, I think that would have gotten a lot of play.
Story, yeah.
It would have gotten a lot of pay, just like anything else taken out of context. But I think Trump could have done well on this debate, but the format of the debate is difficult for him. In this kind of a format, the key thing that you need is empathy. So when you're talking to voters, especially independent voters, remember that Bill Clinton thing where he approached a particular voter and showed empathy? For Donald Trump, the hardest thing for him to ever do is to be empathetic.
Especially when somebody says, I've got a 15-year-old daughter, what are you going to say to her?
But Hillary Clinton has to seem likable. And as we all know, for the last 30 years, she's a lot of things, but she's not likable. Right. So she's going to be struggling
going to have a relatability problem too, isn't she? We got to go to Sally, but real quick.
But she's somebody who prepares, and she's been preparing. And for Donald Trump, he doesn't. Preparing.
All right, let's go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
All right, let's check in on Twitter, see what some folks out there are saying. First up, to Mr. Trump, stay focused tonight. Lay out your plan. You will do great. This woman says, deplorables stick together. That's why we're voting for Trump. And she's using the hashtag women for Trump. This guy is not for Trump. He says, he's quoting Trump, boys will be boys. And he's saying women are saying votes will be votes. And he's using the hashtag I'm with her. And finally, this woman says, I was not planning on watching debate night #2. Still not sure, but the possibility is higher than it was after these 2 big big bombshells that came out late Friday, both camps.
You know, I don't care if you like politics or not. I don't know how you can not watch these debates. This is the most exciting stuff I've ever watched. I mean, it's just an implosion right in front of you. You have to watch these things. This is you know, even if you don't like politics, this is fun to watch. I just don't think that this format fits Donald Trump. He has huge rallies, but he doesn't do one-on-one. He did one this week, and he said at it, this is not a run-up to this. I disagree with that. I think that's exactly what that was. But he doesn't do one-on-one.
So the entertainment factor of this campaign is at an all-time high. And the fact about Donald Trump being relatable, his supporters find him more relatable to them than Hillary Clinton's supporters find her. That's why he has a very good chance, staying on message, to do well at this forum, or during this forum.
Well, he's not in front of his supporters. He's in front of independent voters. And so he's very good when people that are very like-minded to him, and he says the things that they want to hear.
Right.
But when he has to persuade independent voters, that's a hard job.
When somebody disagrees with him and challenges, what's going to happen when somebody challenges him on things he doesn't want to talk about? That's really, and answer both ways. Hillary Clinton's going to get hit pretty hard with these speeches. So what's she going to do and what's he going to do?
Yeah, and that's why you're seeing a lot of Bernie supporters very upset, because the WikiLeaks prove that everything that Bernie ran against her is exactly what she is.
That's WikiLeaks' fault, though.
And that's why they are rebelling against Hillary, Bernie's supporters are. And she's going to have to make herself softened, make herself likable. And no, she's not a typical person. She's worth $110 million. So anyone who thought that she could relate to the middle-class America, they were delusional to begin with. Donald Trump has been more tempered than we've seen him during the primary. Kellyanne Conway, his campaign manager, has done a great job with that. I suspect, based on what we have seen the last 2 to 3 months, he will be able to relate in this forum and be more relatable than Hillary Clinton.
Final thought. Who's going to come out on top tonight?
She's going to come out on top tonight. This is something that Trump has no answers on this, and that's why.
All right. We're going to leave it right there. We'll see what happens tonight. It's going to be an interesting debate to see how both these candidates handle two very difficult issues that came up at the last minute that they weren't preparing for. We'll be back next week, wrapping up the hottest stories of the week.
We'll see you then. And just a reminder, you can watch the debate right here on Fox 26 beginning at 8 o'clock. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.